Very touching, very disappointing. We've gone ahead to lose to Brighton by 3-1 at Old Trafford. It's really one of those games that will never really run out of your memories, that are going to raise questions on how these players are really downing tools again at Old Trafford. And you'll obviously single out a player like Marcus Rashford on how he has gone ahead to obviously find himself in a position of really not killing off his chances that he gets. And the selfishness of this man is really questionable. And trust me, if you ask me, one of the biggest reasons as to why we lost this game, it's because of Marcus Rashford. We had the best chances of the game, but because Marcus Rashford was really a selfish player, we went ahead to lose this game of football. But even though we considered these goals was really stupid, these were just gifts to the team of Brighton, and it shows you that for the very first time in the Premier League history, we've gone ahead to lose 3 of our first 5 Premier League games. And it's really touching that Erik ten Hag's record has gone ahead to be broken. Remember, we've been unbeaten at Old Trafford ever since we lost to Brighton last season, at the start of last season. That means Brighton beat us, and they've gone ahead to beat us also again in the season of 2023-2024. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. You know, sometimes it happens to your club, and ask yourself, what's really happening? What's really happening? Because players look like they're not wanting to play for this club, because if you want to play for this club, compactness is really part of it. And secondly, Erik ten Hag also has a blame to obviously carry for this loss, because there is a system that Erik ten Hag is playing with, that when you're attacking, we should be having 7 players, up front, and 3 players to defend the ball. When you look at all the goals that they've gone ahead to score as the first one of Welbeck, you see to it that we are lacking numbers in the box of Man United, because Welbeck runs into that space after making a run, and no one really keeps running him and chasing his that run. No one tracked him to obviously stop him, go ahead and obviously do that run and stop it. No one stopped him. No one stopped him. So, and this goes to Scott McTominay, because you've been given a chance by Erik ten Hag. We don't allow that you should be starting. Ten Hag gives you a chance to start, and you don't really show the reason as to why he brought you on the field of play. Because if I'm to ask you, is there any Scott McTominay moment that you really remember that really happened on that field of play? Is there any? I don't remember any moment of Scott McTominay on that field of play. We are just a team that is giving away goals easily, like the 2 goals that Arsenal scored against us. Even the first one, we are giving out goals easily. And if at all you were to be into that ilk where you wanted to be, then things are obviously not going to go on as you want them to be, because you need to be more clinical, you need to be more lethal, and you need to be more compact. Last season, it's not a lie that it was built on what we call a watertight defense. David De Gea made the saves, Lisandro Martinez and Varane closed that central defense. But this time around, we are letting in very many goals. And I think no team has gone ahead to let in very many goals. Like the team of Man United, against Spurs, we let in 2. Against Arsenal, we let in 3. Those are 5. Against Nottingham Forest, we let in 2. Those are 7. And against Brighton, we've gone ahead to let in 3. Those are 10 games. Those are 10 goals in 5 games. And this is the same thing that affected us last season, because having allowed Liverpool to score 7 against us, Man City to score 6 against us, and Brentford to put 4 past us, put us in a position of not being able to obviously get ourselves to where we deserve to be. And our goal difference was like 7 in the entire season, meaning that we scored many goals and we let in many. That is a kind of season that you don't want to obviously come and see in here onto the club of Man United. We need to be doing better and better and better and better, and these players should obviously take the blame, and Erik ten Hag should also take part of the blame, because certain things he makes are obviously costing us. That system is trying to really implicated at Man United is obviously known to get us to where we want to be. When you look at Marcus Rashford, I have two people in the comment section talking about him. That is Depare Opeyemi. Rashford is the problem. Then Moses Oyika. Rashford is very selfish. I didn't even know what to do. So, what did he really have to do? You know, because I think Erik ten Hag just doesn't want to take Rashford off that pitch. But with how selfish he has been and costed the team, if I'm a manager, I take him off. We've seen today Liverpool looking for a win away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do you know what the manager's going to hate to do? The manager's going to hate to take off Cody Gakpo. Yet Cody Gakpo had just scored an equalizer for Liverpool. But because he had not going to hate to follow the commandments of the manager, guess what happened? The manager told him, get off my pitch. Get off my pitch. This ruthlessness should extend to players like Rashford too, and obviously test the wrath of Erik ten Hag, because we just need to find ourselves in a position of really not losing out on such games because of players like Marcus Rashford. Because if Marcus Rashford was not as selfish as was, in the first half would have gone ahead to score 2 goals. 2 goals, because it was a matter of him really cutting back and obviously finding a well-positioned player on the edge of the Teenage box area. That is it. But every time he obviously did a chop in, do you know what happened? He just wanted to look for shooting space. That is really weird of him. Very, very, very weird of him, because you cannot at any time register such stuff and really stay on the pitch. Last season, I was one of the few who kept on selecting Marcus Rashford for his selfishness in front of goal. He doesn't want to obviously pass that ball to other players. And he saw to it that the only time he passed that ball to Rasmus Hojlund was when he was at the byline and he had nothing to do. But every time he has space and obviously feels like I can go past players, that's what he does. That's what he does, you know. And it's really weird of him that he keeps doing that. Every time the team needs him, he needs to be doing better. In the second half, I think has been released like 3 times, and the only thing he had to do was like cut inside, just place that ball and find a pass for a well-positioned player. There is a ball that Bruno Fernandes passed to Rasmus Hojlund. Rasmus Hojlund shielded on very well and really passed to Marcus Rashford. What did Marcus Rashford do? He ran towards the goal and went in for a side net shot. That was too selfish of him, because in this game of football, it's all about knowing what to do right in a particular period of time. And Marcus Rashford has on several occasions gone ahead to do the negative of what is expected to be doing for the club of Manchester United. So I predicted 3-1 win for Manchester United. The chances to score were there. Rashford never went in through to obviously create an opening. And Rasmus Hojlund, to me, I think he had a very good debut at Old Trafford. Very, very good debut for Rasmus Hojlund. Do you know why? He only got 2 clear-cut chances. One, he put it in the back of the net, very composed, and the second one, he just missed it by a whisker. But if you watch the game of Man City, they've gone ahead to create 30 chances today. 30 chances, you know? So, if you are hailing Haaland as a person who is scoring in very many goals, put this in mind. They obviously create very many chances for the lad. The lad gets very many chances from the City players. So, Rasmus Hojlund needs to get more chances, and who is supposed to be getting him those chances? It's Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford, selfish boy, you know? And Bruno Fernandes was played off the right wing, couldn't really deliver. And Ten Hag should obviously know it, that you rather play Alejandro Garnacho that side, or Marcus Rashford on the right, or Facundo Pelestri, other than playing there Marcus Rashford, other than playing there Bruno Fernandes, because we miss a lot on Bruno Fernandes. We're not playing in the midfield. You rather play him in the double pivot with Casemiro, other than playing him that side, you know, because you miss the service that Bruno is going to get you through the midfield. And so to it that when he turned in the midfield, he tried to find some good passes to Rasmus Hojlund and very many others. So you cannot sacrifice one of your best midfielders off the wing because you want to facilitate players like Scott McTominay. To me, I thought that maybe the manager saw something different in Scott McTominay in training. That's why he went ahead to come in through and obviously start him. But nothing really showed up on the day, and this guy ended up really costing us a game. And for Erik ten Hag, I think we should get the basics right. I understand he has been having Rasmus Hojlund injured in his back. Sofyan Amrabat is injured. We don't know for how long Sofyan Amrabat is obviously going to be injured for. But I tell you, it's only and only when Sofyan Amrabat is playing in that double pivot with Casemiro, that's when this team is going to stabilize. That is it. That's when this team is obviously going to stabilize. If not, we're not going to see any stabilization of this team because we need another midfielder who is talented, energetic, and physical to play alongside Casemiro. And he hinted about it in the pre-match press conference at Carrington about Sofyan Amrabat. So, to my own understanding, it's obviously hard for us to obviously keep mourning, but we need the best out of this, and Ten Hag needs to obviously get his team into shape to run and obviously do the needful, because I never saw us being aggressive. The boy Hannibal comes on through and even gets a yellow card and runs to everyone in the pitch. He scores his first senior goal for Man United. That is Hannibal, and he just needs obviously maybe to be thrown to that team to obviously compete with certain people who believe that this is theirs, that the position is obviously theirs. So to my own understanding, I really believe we're gonna obviously lose a game that we're supposed to go ahead and obviously register a win. Smash the like button close to 50 times, and and I'll be obviously coming into the live chat to obviously talk to you and discuss more about what your thoughts are about this beautiful game of football. We're going to hate to lose by 3-1 now. The stats: 14 shots by Man United. Brighton had 10. Out of the 14, 4 shots were on target and 10 were off target. That is really huge, and you need to be having close to 6-7 shots on target to it that you obviously maybe get in more goals. Brighton had 8. They had less shots and they had 8 on target. It shows you how clinical they are and how composed they are with the ball, especially in the final third of the pitch. 43% possession by Man United, 57% by Brighton, very ugly. 488 passes completed by Man United and 659 passes completed by Man United. 85% passing accuracy by Man United and 91 passing accuracy by Brighton. 8 fouls by United, 9 to Brighton. 2 yellow cards to both sides, 0 red cards to both sides. 4 offsides for Man United, 1 offside for Brighton, 1 corner for Brighton, and 8 corners for Manchester United. So it's obviously getting ugly and ugly and ugly to an extent that you don't want to see your team go through all this maze, and all you need is to see to it that this team obviously gets where it deserves to be. Now, the table: United is 12th, and we're having 6 points. Very, 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 very disappointing. And last season, in the first 5 games, obviously, we lost to Brighton, we lost to Brentford, then you won against Liverpool, Southampton, and Leicester, and even there came Arsenal and we beat it. So in the first 5 games last season, we lost 2 and won 3, meaning that we had 9 points last season, and so far in the first 5 games we are having 6 points. What does that mean? We need to pull up our stockings to obviously let us to where we deserve to be. And with the Champions League returning on Tuesday and playing Bayern Munich, you obviously worry more and more and more, because you know exactly what it means when you're playing a team like Bayern Munich into the Champions League. Musa Ibra, hello brother, thanks for the show. Thank you for watching through. Otto Herald, Rashford is really selfish. Obviously, he's very, very selfish. Otto Herald apart, and part of the mistakes are from the manager. Yeah, the manager has to take some mistakes this time round. Bro, I'm tired of Onana. That is Moses. But to me, what wrong did Onana do? And is there any goal that Onana could save? I don't see any goal that Onana could save, because he had his saves that he made for the club of Man United today, and I don't see any reason as to why people should go on for Andre Onana. That is blame shifting, and all you have to look at are the players and the manager that really represented us today. Now we are having Rashford has. I disagree with you about Scott McTominay. Even Casemiro was poor, yeah, but a poor Casemiro, is far much better than a poor Scott McTominay. Do you remember anything that McTominay did? Nothing. He did nothing. Give tip theory. Me too. I hate Rashford. He was doing rubbish. That is it. Rashford was really doing rubbish. And Ephraim Shimere. Hey Man United, thank you for watching it through. Then Ongom Andrew, Onana had nothing to do in all those goals. The blame should go to Marcus Rashford and the bench. Right? To me, I blame the players and the manager. Rashford Lars, I'm really surprised with the Hojlund substitute. I know he was going to take off. He was going to be taken off. And the point X, I thought that maybe he's going to bring on Anton Martial or Garnacho to play on the left, and then see to it that Rashford switches to the right. But he never went ahead to do that. Then Neto, Musa, Andrew, yo bro, alright, thank you very much. Tonye Bunya, I really don't understand how Hojlund will score goals when Rashford is selfish to that extent. That's what I'm talking about, that we need to be having more and more chance creators in the final third of the pitch. I can't believe what I saw together. Then Tony Bunya, Rashford should be benched. That's it. Every time he's selfish, I think he should be benched too. Then Oika Moses, there is nothing. There is no needle. That is it. United don't change their kind of play top four. Then Lewis, if United don't change their kind of play, no top four, you're right. Klein, Rashford needs a competitor. Garnacho is there. Garnacho can come in through and really do a better job. That is it. But every time he's given a chance, he doesn't represent well. Then Lois, United don't change, all right. Then Klein, Rashford needs a competitor. Then Chimere, I'm not happy for what happens to Man United today. Obviously, no one is happy for what happened to the club of Manchester United today. Rashford leaving next time. I don't see him leaving. Bash BG, the coach, Rashford and Glazers have a problem. I think the Glazers is the big problem of all this. That is it. If there is any cause of this, it's the Glazers. Then please never hope for things you haven't seen on the pitch. Right, but there are levels at Man United that you should obviously really expect from these players. And then Tony Bunya, Moses Onana has no problem. Yeah, Onana had no problem. I don't remember anything that he did. Can't put in world-class saves, that is Oika Moses. But a world-class save is obviously made when the goalkeeper should make it. But none of those goals could easily be saved by even David De Gea. That is it. Now, bro, my heart is very bitter. I understand. Mike Oike, Onana has no problem. Ten Hag is a problem on Rashford. Bash Hannibal, my hero. I love the young one. Temitopa, it's terrible. What have they learned from last match of Arsenal? By the way, for the match of Arsenal, I think we even played better than played today, because today we're playing at home and we expected a win. Then Bash BG, poor Rashford, please. Isaac Kayombo, move Rashford. Yes, the Glazers are the problem. Players are not happy with leaving. So those are some of the comments we've gotten from So thank you very much for watching through. It's Rokan David in here for you. The Glazers being a huge problem, and they've gone ahead to obviously cost us lots and lots of things. So let's wait and see how that pans out. I'm returning with the player ratings, but remember on Tuesday we are playing a game away at Bayern Munich. Champions League football returns, and guys, it's obviously one of those moments that you feel like we need to obviously stretch to the next level. Musa Ibrahim says, bro, all right, thank you very much for watching through. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rashford is so selfish and not even understanding that it is costing the team. He knows, but I think Ten Hag is going to have to give him that liberty to do whatever he wants with the ball. Very disappointing. I sign out for